All right, I'm going to look at some products for the first time with fresh eyes, rather, and give some honest feedback. So I've never seen any of these products before. I don't even know which products are going to be pulled up into my queue. I'll spend about 5 minutes on each one and just give honest, genuine reactions that is hopefully helpful for the product owners. All right, let's get started. In for reach. Okay, cool little loading sequence. In for reach. We built the data arteries of modern business. End-to-end data engineering from raw source chaos to warehouse ready, insight primed pipelines. Okay, Kafka, Spark, dbt, Airflow, we speak the language of your data infrastructure. So let's see. So setting up data pipelines, this is what I'm gathering so far. Setting up data pipelines for businesses. Yeah, I wonder, who's your intention to target with this landing page? Because it comes off very developer focused, um, because it's using a lot of language that like software engineers or data engineers might understand, rather than some other role within the business. So keep that in mind if you are specifically going for the engineering role, where you want the engineer at a company, the head of engineering or what have you, to discover this and advocate to their CEO or whoever to integrate this with their business, then it's worded correctly. If not, and you had something else in mind, I would adjust accordingly. Um, and let's see, we build the data arteries of modern business. Yeah, I mean, like the hero text is a little too cute. I would say like data arteries. There's no need to do that. I would just flat out say exactly what it is and speak like data pipelines for modern business, whatever, something really simple, and then right away speak to the resolved problems or pain points of the solution or the value that it's going to deliver, some clear examples of the value. I think the technical stack is less important. Um, like at least I can't think of a reason why the technical stack would be super important here, unless it's designed to just surface insights on top of existing Kafka streams or what have you. I'm not sure yet, but let me keep reading. Deploy your pipelines for what we build. And I don't know if you're like, if we're hiring you to come and integrate this, or these are software tools that I go integrate myself into my business. But if I read on, maybe that will be explained. Every data problem is an architecture problem. We solve both. Real-time data ingestion, Kafka-powered event streaming, CDC pipelines, webhook collectors. So again, this is all very engineer focused. Like probably data engineer even, because you're using data pipeline terminology here. Powered event streaming seized by webhook collectors and backtrack at any scale, sub-second latency from source to sync, data transformation layers, cloud data warehousing, pipeline orchestration. Okay, so what is the kind of the integration point here? Do I implement your logging SDK to start logging events and then it all flows through the system? What is the integration here? I'm trying to wrap my head around that. The InfoReach platform, one control plane for your entire data. Okay, so I get there's a dashboard to surface data and insights once the data is in the system. And it's cool, I guess, that you're showing that, although this kind of seems like an interactive demo, but it's not. it seems like you would be able to click into different sections, but those don't work. So if the intent is just for this to be kind of a static visualization, I would do screenshots and maybe a carousel of screenshots instead. But if it is intended to be an interactive demo, then you want to fix this, of course, and let people click around to get a feel for the product. The full stack. Okay, so again, we're going into like the tech stack here, the kind of like, yeah, what's being used under the hood, how we work, discovery and audit. We map your current. Okay, so all right, let me read this and see if this helps my understanding. We map your current data landscape. 2 weeks, full technical audit, architecture, battle tested architecture proposal. Okay. So this is you're offering hands-on support where you or your team come in, you do the audit, you design a data architecture, you implement it and ensure continuous uptime, and then I guess hand the customer something, their dashboard where they can just monitor insights. You provide ongoing support, etc. Okay, so it's not purely a software product that you're offering. There's a service involved here, and I didn't totally get that until I got all the way down to how we work. So maybe even in the hero text, that can be more clearly articulated. All right, cool. I think you've done a good job here. Really nice landing page. I hope this short review is helpful for you. I'm going to move to the next one. Okay, here is the next product in the list. Shivam Guard. This seems like a profile, like someone's profile website, personal website maybe. I think in systems, not just syntax. I build with React, Next, Node, and Mongo. Reach out to build matters, work experience. Okay, so this is kind of like someone's personal website, I guess, and resume maybe, work experience, projects. Okay, so I'm actually just going to skip this one. It doesn't really fit the archetype of what I'm looking for and doing here. I'm just generally looking to do quick reviews of SaaS products. So sorry, Shabam, but I'm going to skip this one. All right. Here is the next product in the list. Potentially, this might be someone's personal website. View my work, resume, about me. Okay, so it's someone's personal website. Let's see. Will I be able to offer any value to Sahas, Vivek? View my work. Let's view your work. Featured projects. Sarl AI is a full stack platform that covers research papers. Converts research papers. Video. Okay, cool. Remotify. It would be nice if you included images with these examples of work. Let's see, I could link out to it. Transform complex research into engaging content. Great. I'm not going to dive in here. Yeah, I mean, these seem like cool projects. Why not add an image is all I'm thinking. So also what I noticed is that when I returned to this page, so I opened your link here to your project. And when I returned here, I momentarily forgot that I had to scroll down to see the next item in this horizontal carousel. So I don't know, maybe you want some sort of carousel UI treatment here, or something to help people remember that they have to scroll down, because I was initially looking for a way to go to next to the right. It's a very small thing. Maybe nobody will get caught up on this, but just giving you a heads up. All right, Remotify. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. See, I still keep trying to go scroll left and right when I come back to this, into just like intuitively, naturally, that's what I want to do. But I have to scroll down to get to down or up to kind of move horizontally in this carousel. So it's a little, breaking. It feels like it's breaking convention a little bit. Beyond the pixels and code lies a story untold, a journey of creation, curiosity. Find out more. Okay, you've been rickrolled. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty funny. I like that. Um, Technical skills, React. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Languages. Okay. Other tools, experience. So this is really cool. This is a really nice example of a personal website. The design is really nice. I love this navigation. It sort of has like a glass effect on the navigation. Um, but I don't know necessarily what each of these icons is. You might want to have like a hover state, a hover label or something to indicate what these are. Otherwise, I just have to click them. I mean, I guess this is probably your GitHub your GitHub profile. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is deep linking into different sections in the page. That's cool. And yeah, like I love that you're starting with an image of yourself. That's cool. Letting us get to know you. What else can I look at here? Resume. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the page itself is kind of a living, breathing resume. But I guess if somebody needs a traditional PDF resume, they can go there. All right, this is new. What is it? Chat. Ask me anything. Not sure what to ask. Okay, what are you working on right now? So I presume this is an agent I would be chatting with that can answer questions about Sahas. What's a recent project you like? I was working on Remotify, which is a Philippines-based employer of record platform. And then you have follow-up questions you could ask. So cool. I'm looking for what else I can say here that can be useful feedback for you. But I don't know. You've done a really nice job here. You have achievements here as well. Let's get in touch. You're still using the Twitter icon, which I guess some people like to, rather than the X icon. I guess that's okay. Nice, man. Really well done. I wish I had more to give you in terms of feedback. Let's see. Boop, boop. Okay. I guess I'm going to move on. Nice work. Okay. I'm getting a bunch of personal websites and like resumes in my product feed. And I did not expect that. But you know what? Nonetheless, I'm going to look at this and try to give some feedback. Okay. So Anurag, full stack software engineer. It would be nice if you showed your photo here. I've seen some of these other online profiles do that, and I think that's a nice touch. But just another way to let us get to know you and just see the real person behind this page. Full stack software engineer, building enterprise scale AI systems. Workflows, okay, download resume, view work. Pointer sent. Ronnie Oliver. So you've got some nice projects here. You're showing an image for each of these. Let's click into one of these. Okay, then you got a kind of detail page for this project. macOS menu bar utility that turns your cursor into an AI comprehension layer. Hover any text anywhere on the screen and get an instant explanation without leaving your app. Okay, that's kind of cool. It'd be nice if you had a video, like a real short, snappy video here showing an example of that. Because I'm more likely, maybe that's what Open Demo is, but I'm more likely to watch a short video here and get a better sense of your project and your work rather than actually downloading this thing. Let's see what the demo is. Oh, okay, so this goes to the actual project. Maybe there's a video here. Okay, looks nice. Yeah, I mean, maybe it'd be a nice touch to have the option of including a little video which with each of these projects. Let's see. This cursor, yeah, I mean, this like blinking cursor rectangle, it feels like a terminal cursor. It feels like I should be able to type something here, but I can't. So I don't know. It's cool. It's interesting. And I get it. Like this sort of feels like terminal also. I guess that's fine. And then these underline characters, like the first letter in each nav item is underlined and highlighted, makes me feel like I should be able to use those as hotkeys, like just hit E and jump to experience or A to go to about, but that doesn't work either. So I don't know. It's a cool visual treatment, but also feels like a little bit misleading. But it's a small issue. Okay, I build products where engineering depth is visible in the experience. Who am I text? Okay, principles text. You're using a lot of like engineering lingo and references here, which I guess is cool. Like if you're assuming that your target audience for anybody coming to this page is going to be like, I don't know, an engineering hiring manager or something like that. But non-technical folks may not understand who am I text references. Maybe that's okay. But just a heads up, and you're probably aware of that. Echo, it's fun. I think it's clever and fun that you're doing this stuff here. Yeah, would love to see like your profile picture, maybe a video of you introducing yourself. That would be really cool. And let's see. I need to pause here one moment. And I'm back. Okay. What else can I say here? Okay. Nice profile picture. Resume, great. Proof. Nice. Okay, cool. Nice job. Really nice job with this page. I'm going to go to the next product. I hope I don't get another personal website. I'm really hoping to just look at SaaS products and review SaaS products. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm Dev, a stacked developer building fast visual products for the internet. I worked with startups building developer tools, SaaS products, internal systems, and random experiments that started as ideas. Currently open for collaborations, book a call, or contact me. You'll usually find me building on GitHub or talking about the process. Okay, great. I love that you are linking out to your profile here. I mean, you're mentioning the fact that you talk about your process and what you're doing on X, and then you're letting me link out to that. However, some of these words or links are, clearly visualized as links. They have a dotted underline. It seems like you can click on those. The Twitter/X had no indication that was actually a link. I had hoped it was and went to try and click on it, and it was, which is great. But there's no visual indication. So I don't know if that's intentional. And then there's also a period after that, which I think is probably a grammar error. You'll find me building on GitHub talking about. Same with GitHub. That doesn't look like a link either. Talking about the process on Twitter, sharing what I'm learning. Yeah, I don't think you want that period there. I really love the simplicity of this page, by the way. It's nice. And then you got kind of a cool treatment on the headers. All right, founding engineer, Ocean Labs, reveal, freelance developer, cool, some of my work, design your system before you build it. Beautiful shader, backgrounds. Cool. It's really a beautiful page, and the screenshots you've chosen look really nice. Okay, you've got this kind of consistent treatment you're applying to each image, which it really all comes together really well. Let me see if I open this walkthrough. Okay, so this takes me to the page, beautiful shader backgrounds, production ready shader clones. Nice. It's really cool. Neon Pulse. This is a really cool project. All right, let's see. What else can I say that could potentially be helpful? All right, looks like you're showing an image of yourself. I think that is good. You're letting us get to know you. Currently learning Rust because I wanted to understand what's actually happening under the hood. Okay. All right, cool. You've done a great job with this page. It's very beautiful. It's well done. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to end this review session and figure out why I'm getting kind of digital resumes and personal websites here. Yeah, and then maybe I'll do another session later. All right, thanks guys. See ya.